Welcome to Warren First Not Through One. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
I'm Reece Moore.
And we are live at Supreme Building Products. And this is Reese's FYI Fridays edition.
I can't believe it's already Friday again.
Do you feel like we just were here yesterday?
The month is almost
done.
And
again, with that being said, Reece has amazing deals going on this week. So let's just go right into your Supreme deals.
We've got a lot more than what's on the board, but we've got, I think this was only last week, we've got some paint roller covers. So as hot as it's been, guys, anybody needs to go inside and do some painting. Get your paint roller covers. We've got electrical tape, any electrical repairs. Also, right now, when it's cooled off a little bit, be a good time to seal your driveway, seal your deck. It's starting to cool down with this little cool spell. We've got again a garden knife that was on last weekend. That's always good and handy. That's about it as far as what's on the board. But yeah, I mean, just continue to come check us out with our lumber. Your block needs. We've been moving a lot of concrete block this week.
Have you?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So the hot weather has kind of slowed things down a little bit. Yeah. We're kind of like in the starting to hit what I call the dog days of summer. People are on vacation. People are on getting ready to go back to getting ready to go back to school. Getting back to school shopping. So the activity has not been quite as prevalent this week, but it's been good. It's given us a chance to get caught up on some different things here that we that maintenance wise that get kind of left behind with the busyness of the deliveries and customers and all that. But no, it's been good. We continue to see new faces in here every day, which is a good thing. That we love to see new faces. People are shopping local. We love that. Yep. I've had 2 or 3 people come in shopping with the big box this week, and hear good stories from them. How they enjoy shopping local and enjoy the customer service and all and the one-on-one attention that they're getting. But that's about it. I did pick my first watermelon last weekend.
Did you? Are you going to be making a fruit salad?
I'm going to try to share one with your husband this weekend.
Okay.
Because me and my daughter went and checked them out last night. I've got 4 or 5
I love
more
me some watermelons
to pick.
And I know that he went out there. He said, "You look like you need flowers," and he took the vase and he came home empty-handed. And I was like,
"Oh yeah, they were."
Turn around.
Yeah.
He's like, "Reece, you should have seen, babe. They're."
Yeah, I told him they dropped. I told him I said they dropped.
Yeah, he was like, but the way he made it sound is like they died. Like they're gone, babe. They're gone. And I was like, "Don't tell me that."
Yeah,
Don't tell me that.
I told him, so they're dropped. I said, "You're more than welcome to go out there and see if you can get something out of it."
No, but with that being said, speaking about this weather, the hot dog days of summer, we want to say a shout out to Reddick Brown Ford and Randall Gillum for district attorney, because they are our weather sponsors. And right now, Reece, it's 74 degrees. The high today, again, is going to be at 80 in the 80s, 83 degrees high, low of 67. This on and off again showers, bringing this humidity.
It's steamy. The air is so thick.
Yeah, that's a good way. Steamy. It's just not. It's unbreathable weather for me. But again, today it is saying that there is a 58 to 60% chance of a shower today. Tomorrow is a 70% chance of showers.
Tomorrow, 70%.
But it is also saying though 82 degrees the high tomorrow, 69 the low. But that's how it's been all week long. It doesn't matter what type of the percentages. And have you noticed, like, depending where y'all live, you could look out your window and you can see on the left side it's raining, but your friends on the right, it's not.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think the weather's just picking like, hey, we need some rain over here or something. I don't know. But we're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to have our first special in studio guest. We're going to have Nina and Tony.
Yeah, I'm excited about
with
that.
With the Warren County Football and Cheer League. I cannot wait because a week from tomorrow is the Nurseryman Bowl for the little guys.
For the youth league.
For the youth league, yeah. So I can't wait for them to tell us all about that and then some. Guys, we'll be right back. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
I've had the honor of serving as your district attorney general. I spent my career fighting for our communities, prosecuting thousands of drug cases, securing convictions against child predators, protecting victims, and working alongside schools and law enforcement to keep our children safe. I've also taken on Big Pharma to help combat the drug crisis affecting our families. Experience matters. Results matter. I'm Lisa Zavianis, and I'd be honored to earn your vote for District Attorney General. Early voting starts July the 17th, and the general election is August the 6th. Experienced, proven, and ready to serve.
Looking to transform your yard or landscape? Randall Walker Farms in Morrison, Tennessee has the trees, shrubs, and plants you need to bring your outdoor vision to life. From beautiful flowering shrubs to shade trees and landscaping favorites, you'll find quality selections at prices you'll love. And don't forget our delicious frozen blueberries, perfect for smoothies, desserts, and healthy snacks year-round. Stop by Randall Walker Farms today and discover why so many Middle Tennessee families trust us for their landscaping needs. Randall Walker Farms, growing beauty 1 yard at a time. Trees, shrubs, landscaping, and farm-fresh frozen blueberries. Visit Randall Walker Farms in Morrison today.
Hey, this is Nick with Onan Staffing. We're hiring now for manufacturing, warehouse, and production positions across Middle Tennessee. At Onan, we connect hardworking people with great companies, weekly pay, and some of the best benefits around. Businesses needing dependable employees, our experienced team is here to help. Visit our McMinnville offices or apply online at onanstaffing.com. That's ONIN staffing.com. Onan Staffing, connecting great people with great opportunities.
Tennessee doesn't need more politicians. It needs people who understand where they come from. I'm Dwayne Howard, a husband, father, farmer, and lifelong Tennessean. I'm running for state representative because our district deserves a voice that listens and fights for rural communities and Tennessee values. I'm Dwayne Howard, and I'd be honored to earn your vote.
Welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
I'm Reece Moore.
And we're live at Supreme Building Products. And with us, we have our special in studio guest this morning. We have Nina and Tony with the Warren County Football and Cheer Youth League. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. I got to see you guys this past Saturday after the school bash wrap up, and y'all were telling me all this stuff about the Warren County Youth and Cheer and talking about, and that's why they're on the show today. So tell us about the Nurseryman's Bowl for these guys. This is like phenomenal. Is this the first one?
This is the first one we actually did this year.
Okay.
We haven't did it in the past, but we want to bring it to the community. We seen the high school did it last year, so we want to push forward and do it into the youth league.
Okay. And so explain how now is football in session right now for you guys? Like, I know nothing about youth football and cheer, so educate.
Yes, ma'am. So right now we are in the football season. We started on July 7th.
Okay.
So we started practicing. We're getting ready to go out to Franklin County this weekend. We're going to scrimmage Franklin County. We're going to play against Tullahoma. So our age divisions go through from 5-year-old all the way up to 12-year-old.
Oh, wow.
We also do the same in cheer. And but right now we really want to focus on just getting these kids developed for the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way the high school can get them.
Yeah.
So if we can do that, I feel like it'll push the numbers better when they get into high school. That way they started out young, and we can bring some better talent, better competition to that high school level.
Yeah. And how long have you been in the program so far, Tony?
So I came here in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here going into my 4th season. I've been doing football all my life. We started the Solomon program back in 23, and then we just took off from there. The numbers were high the first year, and now our numbers are a little low. But a lot of parents are scared for their 5-year-olds to play football.
I was going to say, like, you're going to have to convince me. Or not really, more my husband because of the concussions and things. But do you feel like, and Reece can ask this better about with concussions and the proper way of learning, from going to you guys and learn, like you were saying, about learning the proper procedures of how to tackle, how to do these certain things. Is that helping? Do you see that already fruitioning since this is 2026 now?
Yes.
Seeing your athletes
Yeah.
doing good in the middle school age, I guess?
You're right. I think that it's important for the kids to kind of start off, as a D1 player, because they can kind of get the feel for football and see, and also the parent can see as well how they're doing and if they want to proceed with D2 and D3 and then so on and so forth through high school. And a lot of those safety measures that do take place come with reconditioning the equipment. So that's something that we do stay on top of as well.
Okay.
Tony, one question I've got, because I've got a good dear friend of mine that's in Memphis, and his son, well, his brother actually played for the University of Memphis, and his son was playing, but he started out at a young age, Tony, in Memphis. They start with flag football just for that reason, kind of teaching just proper formation, the different language, because there's a lot of language in football. People don't realize. I helped in middle school for a year. And there's a lot of, I didn't play football growing up. I was a baseball guy, but I enjoy kids. I enjoy coaching, but there's a lot of language. So, they implemented a flag football program, or that they did flag football. And then once you got to a certain age, then you went to real contact, pads and all that.
So let me break it down for you a little bit. So when we have a 5-year-old and they're playing flag, and then they say you start them at 6 or 7, they still in that habit of where they wanting to grab, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And so we get a lot of grabbing and not.
That's okay.
What you want to do, so what we try to do is try to match those 5 years old just to get the contact, instead of them being a first-time player going to Division III with a bunch of 12-year-olds and getting hit.
Yeah, that's very intimidating.
Yeah,
that's very intimidating. Yeah. That's what happened when my mom and dad never let me play, but they finally let me play when I was in 8th grade, and that was the same thing. I never, but the coach at the time, he said, "Hey, I need a quarterback," and I played. He said, "Yeah, I'll come out." I said, "Come on." Well, first I was like, "This ain't for me." And like you said, I was going against guys that played their whole life, and I just wasn't used to because there's a lot of form to hitting someone. I mean, there's form to it too.
And I would say this too: our concussions since I've been here, I say we had no more than 5.
Okay.
So, and it's usually at practice where a kid gets hit and hits the ground. But you think about when they play basketball, there's no helmet on them. They hit the floor.
Yeah.
So at the same time, if we can teach them young how to wear the equipment and tackle correctly, and we do the Seahawks tackling. So we go the eyes to the thighs.
Okay.
We're not pretty much putting out there bull in the ring where they just hitting each other all the time.
Well, good.
So we try to focus on that.
I love that.
Speaking of the weather that Kelly mentioned, do you all have a I know in the high school, middle school too, once it hits a certain temperature, do you guys kind of, because are y'all in pads right now? Do you guys kind of do it? Is there like a law with you all with a certain temperature you can't do?
So we actually follow the same rules as the high school and middle school. The head coach shared the app with us, and we follow that app. So it'll tell you whether you can have helmets on, and we go by that. So we practice at the high school, and also we have had in the past where we had to pull off equipment and then take more water breaks where they get a 15-minute water break.
I got you. So let's talk about the Nurseryman's Bowl for a second. It is a week from this Saturday. What time does it start? Where's it located? And how many teams are going to be there?
I'll let you take off on this for just a little bit, and I'll help you out.
It's on August the 1st. The gates open at 9 a.m.
That's next Saturday.
Yeah, correct. Gates open at 9 a.m. The first game will start at 10. But we're not too sure because you found out that someone else may be coming. We have some
more people wanting to come.
Wow, that's awesome.
We have a board, and I got to get with our football commissioner because we don't want to be there too long. Yeah. So right now we got Manchester, Franklin County, Shelbyville, Giles County,
Tullahoma.
Are you running just one game at a time, or like with the 5-year-olds? Can you break it up? Because it's such a big field.
So no, we're actually running one game at a time. We're doing 20-minute halves. Okay. So they'll play 20 minutes, get 3 timeouts.
Okay.
And then they'll get a 5-minute time to go use the restroom, and it'll go by pretty quick. It's going to be quick. And then at the end of it all, whoever sponsors these events, we're going to let them go down and give out we got a 3-foot trophy that we are giving away. So actually you'll be competing for a trophy, and then take your picture, and then they'll exit.
And talking about all these different teams from different areas, what is the benefits about, instead of like us playing against our own kind, or each other, what is the benefits you feel like we get from playing all these other out of town teams?
So I can answer that question. So honestly, you're my friend, right?
Yeah.
At practice. Little Brody gets tired of hitting his same friend man, that's my friend. I don't want to tackle my friend. Well, obviously you bring in a different competition. They come out and they compete a little bit, and then they realize, like right now, I would say we haven't seen this kind of talent in the past, and we got some pretty good kids on our team, but it's my friend. They don't want to go as hard on one another.
Don't want to spar
so
with them.
Once you get that competition out there and they get hit, then they're going to get mad. Eventually, you're going to get tired of getting hit, and you're going to hit back. So we're just trying to find that aggression out of our kids right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be good.
Yeah, because the reason I was asking that is because the follow-up with that is, there's always been a stigma with our football. There has been. I only say has been. We have slowly gotten out of this.
Yeah. Right.
Do you feel like we're starting getting on that wave where we're hitting the high, like nailing it, how we can compete with other towns and how the level they're at? Do you feel like, what I'm asking?
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I feel like a lot of people in this around that's been around, they don't understand why we play Murfreesboro or you play the Chevyville.
Yeah.
I want us to not be scared to play them at an early age. And that way, when we do get at that high school level or middle school level, we're going out there and we're whooping their butts. And I'm just going to go out there and say, because Ben's doing a heck of a job at the middle school.
Yeah, he is.
And Coach Blue's here now, and I feel like he's doing a heck of a job with them. So if we can get all on the same page, and right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to install the same middle school offense.
I was going to ask.
To go ahead and get them getting prepared for it now.
I got you. Are y'all, with this league too, are y'all going to try to implement in these elementary levels, like in the schools, kind of like what Ben and them are doing with the lifting the weights and stuff like that? So is that something? I don't know. Is that something?
So no. I'm not gonna ask any of my parents to hey, do weights. All we want them to do is condition, push-ups, and be able to push that up.
Just conditioning. I got it. Okay.
But the high school and middle school have been involved. A lot of the coaches
in the weight training.
Right. We do have a lot of support from them as well, and such as using the facility, they do help us out a lot with that.
I love that. Well, got any more?
The one thing about it, to touch back on what Tony was saying, when you're playing these Chevyvilles, Murfreesboros, the top tier of the teams at a young age, then you're also using that as a litmus test to say, hey, this is what these guys are doing, or hey, we can play with them at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. So let's play with them when 9, 10, 11, 12, then on us to high school. So you're going ahead and seeing what's out there versus instead of just playing, the school of the blind and then making yourself look good, and then, and winning, and then all of a sudden you go to the middle school or high school and say, well, how come we can't beat Chevyville or Coffee County or whoever,
And one thing I can say about this is I don't care if we win a game at this level. At this level with the kids that we got, if we don't win, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I want them to learn how to tackle. I want them to have fun. I want them to get out there and enjoy it. Because what I don't want is a dad to go out there and push a kid where he don't even want to play anymore. So that's our biggest thing. Now, when we get to middle school, I do want to see some wins in high school.
Yeah, I love that. So, again, promote it one more time before we have to cut to commercial break. Okay. It's a week from this Saturday, August the 1st.
Yes, ma'am. Gates open at 9 o'clock. We have a few different counties coming out that, they will all go against each other and play for a trophy. Any of the sponsors that we do have, which we do have a couple, which has been Loman and Boyd Nursery. We are giving them the opportunity to come out and issue the trophy out to the winner. So we would like it if anybody would come, and you don't have to be a parent or a grandparent of a player. Just come out and enjoy the environment, get you something to eat at concessions, and enjoy the game.
Is there an admission, Nina?
There is.
That's $5. Come out for a day, and I guess if you pay your $5, you can kind of come and go as you want. You get an armband, so it's not like you got to stay, so you can come and go as you want. That'd be a great activity.
Check out these little guys; they need that support. We lost. We don't have a lot of support coming in, and it'd be great for y'all to come out here and see their hard work.
And if anybody that's watching this that wants to sponsor, donate, whatever, give. The
WCU football page. You can go on there and follow our football page, and you can be in contact with Nina. She's our vice president, treasury, so she can take care of all that stuff. And if you need your football commission, you can reach out to Andy Bernhardt.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having us.
I cannot wait. As of right now, I think I might concede like the first game, if anything, because I know we're doing a thing with my kid on August 1st because of school. But with that said, I'm so excited about all these teams coming to Warren County. Not only, and people don't realize what you're doing is also bringing revenue. They're going to go eat. Right. They're spending gas here.
Right. And a lot of that helps the organization as well. It goes back into the organization. A lot of people don't understand what takes place behind the scenes. And, there's equipment, there's other things that the board has to approve. There's maintenance, field maintenance, things like that, insurance that all take place. And all of that helps as well.
I love that. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors. But when we get back, it is time to sit down with another conversations with candidates. We have the 43rd state representatives representing today in the House. We have the incumbent, Paul Sherrills, with us today, as well as the opponents, Dwayne Howard and Samantha Petit. Stick around for more things to come. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
At 601
Look at
Bushman
y'all
Highway,
coming.
McMinnville. When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Looking for the best selection, great prices, and hometown service? Make your next stop Worldwide Liquors in McMinnville. Whether you're planning a backyard barbecue, celebrating a special occasion, or simply picking up your favorite drink, Worldwide Liquors has everything you need, all in one convenient location. Friendly service, competitive prices, and an incredible selection make Worldwide Liquors Warren County's destination for beer, wine, and spirits. Stop by Worldwide Liquors today, conveniently located in McMinnville. Great selection, great prices, great service. Every visit.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleets, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skag's finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
I'm Reece Moore.
And we are live at Supreme Building Products. And with me, we have a fine panel of folks with us this morning. Don't forget, early voting is happening right now. We have the general election as well as our primary elections. And right now I have 3 people up for the seat for primary. Well, actually, you're good to go because you're running as the Democratic seat. We got Samantha Petit. She will be on the November ballot. And then for your Republican vote, you can either vote for the incumbent, Mr. Paul Sherrill, or you can vote for Dwayne Howard, the opponent in the Republican ticket. So good morning, and thank y'all for coming. You're welcome. The people asked for more communication. We do have and I always hate to bring this up, after the AI database thing, we found out that there are a ton of people new to the Warren County community specifically. And so they were like, I need to know more about Paul. I need to know more about Dwayne, and I need to know who Samantha is. And so thank you for coming and taking the time. But I'm going to let Reece start it off. We understand. And again, everybody works here. So, and our conversations have gone a little lengthy, which is okay. But Samantha will have to cut and run if it gets too lengthy. We got 25 minutes with her at the most.
All right.
So we're going to start with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is everyone going to answer the questions, though?
Yeah, everybody. This is a general.
But Samantha will start. Okay.
Yeah, this is a.
Okay. Oh, all right. Here's the question, guys. Question number 1. Why are you the best person to represent District 43? And what is the biggest issue you believe that our district faces today? If I need to repeat the question, I will. That's a lot.
I'm running because I believe that the people in our communities deserve a representative who listens first, shows up consistently, and fights for Tennesseans. As a healthcare professional, a small business owner, a wife, a mother, I know what it's like to worry about rising costs and want the very best for our children and our future.
Yeah.
If elected, I will focus on issues that I think matter to people, making life more affordable first and foremost. I think one of my biggest concerns is repealing Tennessee state grocery tax, funding our public schools, protecting quality education and our teachers, supporting responsible economic growth, supporting our farmers, and our rescue and volunteer fire departments, protections against data centers.
Yeah. Molly the dog is out and about today.
And always being accessible, holding regular conversations with constituents to make sure that their voices are heard in Nashville. Elected officials should be present in the communities and be willing to listen and work with anyone who wants to make District 43 stronger. This campaign is about making sure that every family in District 43 is seen and heard, and I want to be an advocate for our community.
Okay. And then, gentlemen, whoever wants to go from there. He's giving it to you, Paul.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for the opportunity to be here today. It is an honor and a privilege to try to represent the 43rd District as we go to Nashville and Warren and White County. The reason that I am doing this again, I would believe in my heart, and I do believe in my heart, since I was first a candidate in 2016. I was very blessed by the good Lord above to be elected in 2016, and then 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024, here we are in 2026. So again, I say God is one that's blessed me to be elected. And to the people out there that are listening today, the people know that I try my best to be in the communities in different places that people ask me to be at, just like I was asked to be here today. I try to represent and be in places that people want me to be at. And I know I've had a lot of people that has told me out in the communities of Warren and White, you're everywhere. Well, I can't be everywhere, but I am a lot of places that people want me to be. And you know, this is a good county, Warren County. White County is a good county. And the thing that I feel like is the most important for each and every one of us, that we live in a safe community.
Yeah.
And that is very important, that we live in a safe community. I want to lay down and be able to close my eyes and feel safe that I'm at home in my bed of sleep, or if I'm driving down the road or whatever. So I'm going to say we have a great sheriff in White County. We have a great sheriff in Warren County that's doing a good job for us to have the safety we have in our two counties. Our leaders in Warren and White County does a great job for us. And I mean, look at Warren County just won back about a month ago that I brought from Nashville from the comptroller's office. A good, clean record that is held in Warren County, and we have the same for White County. So we're managed good in both counties. So we live in a great area in the 43rd district. So people know me. They know that I try to stand for what's right, even though we do have people out here that is trying to make me look bad in society, but I'm trying my best to continue on just like I have from the beginning, trying to do what's right, even though, again, I say they can say things bad about me and not tell the truth. But I know what the truth is. The good Lord knows what the truth is, and the people knows what the truth is. So I'm coming right here to let people know that I'm trying to represent you in Nashville the best I can. And I've always give out my home number, or I've give out my Nashville number to the people, let them know what, if they have a need, to call the Nashville number, which I try to do that mostly, but they can call it home also. So thank you folks very much.
And now Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. It is a joy to be here at the Supreme Building Supply. Big shout out to the Moore family for letting us host here. This is a great set. I've been here several times before. So my name is Dwayne Howard. I am running for the Tennessee House of Representatives, and it is an honor also to be here and an honor to run for this position right here. Miss Samantha right here had a lot of good points right there, and I'm glad to welcome her to this panel of three finally right here. So we're glad to hear her input. For me, you can have representation down there that just does a reasonable service. And you probably hear me say that several times from here on out. Or you can have someone down there that is a real go-getter, someone that's proactive, someone that's really seeking to improve your community of Warren and White County, not just satisfied with the status quo. And you can do that in many different fashions. I like to say you need to start with a solid foundation. You need to have someone that's from this area right here that knows the values, that knows the desires of the people, from everything from education to roads to businesses to buildings to legislation to every factor that you could think of that affects us. A holistic viewpoint, from birth, protecting our innocent all the way through to the death and the sanctity of our life and the experiences that we have. So it's a holistic viewpoint. So for that person to be able to represent Warren and White County really well, instead of just a considerable service down there, voting yes on things and no on things, being involved with the community, first and foremost, having that heritage, from 200 years, 100 years in legislation, or 60 years of working for yourself, or for 30 years in legislation. I've reached out to different aspects in the community and been involved with so many different aspects of the community and learned with every one of them. So those experiences that I have learned, listening to the community, what they want from a day-to-day basis, that changes from yesterday and it'll change from tomorrow. And so you need to be able to listen to people, roll and react and respond, instead of, and be proactive, not progressive, just proactive in getting the people what they want. So I want to take my experience that I first started as a board member from the Farm Bureau, and as a first legislator when I was in my early 30s. And I had a great time learning from some of the older gentlemen and farmers of White County. So that experience right there rolled on over into being a county commissioner for 10 years. And, at that point right there, I really found out what a lot of politics was about. I found out that R's and D's were a little bit different, and found out that what it took to communicate, cooperate, and to be able to reach across the aisle and make friends, and to be able to come together for the betterment of the community.
And that kind of, not to cut you off, because we only got so much time, and I do apologize. But
give me a time
I know. This is why it's not as formal. I want everybody to know we're very laid back here. This is conversational. But it kind of like what all three of y'all are talking about, and then what you were talking about. That's why I wanted to cut it off a little bit. We'll start with Paul on this one. What are your top 3 legislative priorities right now in what going on currently? What are you focusing on?
Well, the biggest thing right now that we have worked on and will continue to work on, my first time running, my first bill was to help our volunteer fire departments and our volunteer rescue squads.
Okay.
They're very important people that we reach out and make sure we take care of. And my first was to run a license plate, a bill for license plates for our volunteer fire department, rescue squad. So they don't have to pay for them because they work for us and they don't get no pay. So we need to make sure we take care of them. This week, we was in Manchester with Warren County down there, along with other departments, other counties. And Warren County received an astronomical amount of money to each one of our volunteer fire departments and the city of McMinnville. So, and not only the fire departments receiving checks, the rescue squad received quite a bit of money. I don't have that number on my paperwork.
I think the number it was 35,000 a piece, wasn't it? I think.
So a good little chunk. Yeah. No, it's not a lot, but it helps with our rescue squad and volunteer folks. So I try my best to go to Nashville and work hard for these folks like this and other folks also. But that's a very, very important issue.
Ones. Yeah, Samantha. If elected, and of course for you guys, if elected, how will this? Well, let me just read it all over. What are the top three legislative priorities if elected, and how will they directly benefit the people of Warren County and the surrounding communities in this district?
I think that top 3 priorities, and that's actually kind of tough. I may have to say 4. Repealing the grocery tax.
Okay.
Groceries are a necessity, not a luxury, and that is a very simple way to make a meaningful impact for every family in Tennessee. But also securing correct funding for volunteer fire departments and rescue squads, protecting the VFEAT grants, 0 interest capital loans for trucks and stations, direct tax relief for departments and volunteer recruitment, funding public education and our public school teachers, but then also protections against the data centers. Those would be my top 4.
Top 4.
Yes.
Okay. Dwayne?
Thank you. I would probably say my first and foremost would be what I was recruited down there for was education. Over the next 10 years, we're going to have potentially a whole lot of changes in education. And I have expressed my opinions on public education, private, Christian, and homeschooling, and where the benefits of each one of those can be as far as a parent's choice to be able to instruct and have their children educated, the way they want it to be. Now, that would probably be the first and foremost right there. The second would be agriculture. Since I've been involved in agriculture for 60 years, I can relate with the nursery capital of the world, Warren County, Tennessee, and also help build and possibly introduce expo centers and or museums to promote nursery and or agricultural. I believe in having from the farm to the table type prospect. I would love to have markets set up where we can eat homegrown food and be healthier, wealthier, and happier for our farmers and for each every one of us. The third part of it would be to support communities. If you can get a solid foundation in anything, I love our small schools and our communities, our fire departments also, and rescue squads. But you build a strong community. You may have your local restaurant down there, and where it's a meeting place for everyone to be able to get together, express themselves, and to be heard, understood, and related with. And that's what I want to take down there.
And then one question that a lot of people have been asking me, and Reece, he wanted to ask Mr. Sherrill directly on this one.
Yeah, because obviously you're the incumbent, Representative Sherrill. Jerry Cooper was a great man from Warren County. You're from White County. Jerry Cooper brought a lot of roads, brought Motlow to of course, he was a senator, obviously, brought a lot of stuff to Warren County. And I'm just curious, because I really don't know, because I've not really started following politics until we got into this.
Yeah.
What have you done for Warren County since you've been in the 43rd district as a representative for Warren County? I'm not really worried about White County because I don't live in White County. No offense to you White Countyans, but me, Kelly, Samantha are worried about Warren County. So what have you done for Warren County?
Well, I have tried my best to work with County Executive Terry Bell and the county commissioners as they have asked me to try to help in different things that is Warren County come. One thing I think about, Tennessee State Parks are very valuable to us in Tennessee. Warren County just got Cardinal Mountain as a new Tennessee State Park. So I try to work with parks. I try to help in any way I can to promote our parks because people like to come to Tennessee. They like to use our parks. They like to come to them. Why? Because they don't cost to get into. Right. But we like them to come from wherever it is. And they come to the parks. They spend their money before they leave and go back home to wherever they go. So that's a very important issue. I try my best to listen to our schools, our superintendent schools, school boards, people like that I try my best to listen. Okay, the most of the people that I have heard from about school vouchers, let's use that. Warren County didn't want school vouchers from the people that I heard from. So when I was in Nashville, I listened to the people in Warren County and I didn't vote for school vouchers. I tried my best to listen to the people that in public education is very important, and it is our obligation that we take care of. Yes, private schools are good, but I don't think your tax dollars or my tax dollars should fund private schools. If you want to send your child to a private school or Christian school or wherever kind of school, that's your business.
Homeschool, all that.
Homeschool, whatever it is. But our public education is number one. So we take care of it. So the teachers out there, we appreciate our teachers.
Yeah. And then also too, it's a good segue, but I do also know during the VA stuff, Terry Bell talked highly about you.
I tried my best to reach out.
What did you do with that exactly?
I tried my best to reach out to Washington, D.C., Dr. Scott Desjardins, Representative John Rose, anybody that I felt like that we could reach out to try to help them to make sure that we keep our veterans facility here. Now, Lana at the senior citizens, I try my best when she asked to try to help get grant money to come to the senior citizen to help our seniors. I try my best to write grants, to try to help in whatever to propose them. So look at the great senior citizens that we have, or Warren County has, I want to say, to help. So look,
they come from surrounding counties.
Yeah, look, we got a brand new health department. Beautiful. I mean, it's just like going into the hospital. I mean, that is grant money that we have worked on to try to bring to the counties. White County is getting a new one, and this one's done open. So I'm just trying to sort of Warren County and work with TDOT to try to make roads safer. People call me about this.
Roads are
different. I mean, it's different things that people ask. The law enforcement. They call me about a bills that needs to be run or try to implement in to help our people to be safe. I try my best to do that.
Well, this question, you talked about education, Samantha. And we're going to trailer this. Education funding continues to be debated. What changes, if any, would you make to improve public education while ensuring taxpayer dollars are spent responsibly?
Yes. Public education is a huge issue. I think that that's something that everyone in Tennessee is concerned about. I think that we could increase the base rate, establish a strong per pupil baseline amount that automatically scales annually to keep pace with inflation, generate sustainable revenue streams. Relying heavily on local property taxes creates massive disparities between wealthy suburbs and lower income rural or urban districts. Diversifying revenue ensures long-term stability, close corporate tax loopholes, state capital grants for facilities. But where the money goes is just as critical as where it comes from. And funding strategies should directly support teacher retention and student academic growth. Competitive educator salaries, dedicate specific percentages of state-based funding increases strictly to raising starting teacher salaries and boosting retention bonuses. For experienced educators, expand career and technical education. And then early childhood and literacy interventions, fully fund universal pre-K, and early literacy programs for K through third grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. Dwayne?
So what's the question again?
So the question is, education funding continues to be debated. What changes, if any, would you make to improve public education while ensuring taxpayer dollars are spent responsibly?
Good question. You got about 2 hours? All right. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You know, there's one thing working at the top and trying to figure out what's going on. I've been at the bottom level for education for decades, all the way through working on playgrounds to working in the classrooms, moving bookshelves, painting, putting up coat rooms and things like that for the past 30-something years. And listening to our teachers, we've got some of the best teachers that's ever answered the call to teach in this county right here. Public education has been first and foremost, and a lot of times the only show in town to work for the last 100 years. And I've had a great foundation in a grandfather that spoke for the early Public Education Act in 1929. Sorry, I'm trying to talk so fast. I get tongue-tied. That I've had that instilled inside of me for public education. So I'm pro public education. I do not like the way the voucher bill has been written, and that where it could possibly be challenged constitutionally, and issues that we don't realize and know where vouchers are going to take public school, private school, Christian school. All of that's not being transparent enough right now. So working from the bottom up instead of the top down right now, listening to the educators and teachers out there, you could help public education so much by getting the bureaucracy off the backs of our teachers, getting the red tape off of them, letting them get back to what they know best how to do is teach. And thus bringing back some of the homeschoolers that have left public education. So with our system, the way we pay for education right now, it's changed big time from BEP to TISA to this formula right now that they've got, and where the money follows the student, which is a smart thing. I like that. It's called the backpack fund right there. Wherever the child goes, the money follows with them. And for taxpayer dollars, you know, you have to look at both sides of it here. Public education is a good way to fund public education, and I'm in support of that. But what about the people that pay for their sales tax, their property tax, and then decide to homeschool also? Then they're also have that extra expense setting up their own homeschool area, or room or classroom, keeping one parent home, pretty much cutting their income in half. So to hear both sides of the story, to give equal value to each and every one of them right there, you're going to have to back up and say, hey, you know, every parent sees their child's needs, and they are to have every opportunity to place their child in one of these educational systems that is best for them. And then be able to say who, what, when, where, and why, what they're taught. You know, we've had a problem with that for so long. Parents haven't been heard. You know, no one feels like that they have any influence in public education. So to just help a little bit on public education, to help a little bit on the private side right there, you can meet in the middle and make it great for everybody. Now, the funding part of it is going to be a complicated, who knows what, over the next 15, 20 years. Because no one really knows how far this private school voucher system is going to go. They say 35. They want 40. Last night we heard there's 51,000 people that registered excuse me, for the vouchers. So if it hits 51,000, then you're going to have to turn around and look and say public education will be effective. So how do you protect public education and then improve the other part of it?
And I have to interject in that too, because we do homeschool now on my end. And, you know, where is it going to stop? You know, once you open up the door to, you know, public to private, is homeschool going to be offered that one day? I mean, I want to put that out there because, you know, by the time we were at Covenant Academy and we did apply for the voucher, we did. I don't care to admit that. We got approved, but guess what? We're not at Covenant. So we had, you know, we're at a homeschool. And I just was like, well, okay, you know, we move on. Because again, at the end of the day, we chose, I mean, me and Reece, our kids go to the same school. You know, we chose to go to Orchard Grove. We're going to pay for it, you know. But I'm going to give Paul, is there anything, if you had endless amount of, you know, yes, sirs as I say, is there anything you would love to change? Like if you could change it today in the education stuff?
Well, education is very important in our society. We need to implement as much education as we can. We've got public education, and then we have just like right across the road over here, just down the road, we have TCAT.
Yeah.
We have Megatronics. All that Motlow and all that is very important to educate our society. And we can either spend money on getting children or people, students educated, or we can spend money at the courthouse, in the courts, people going to jail. So it's either spend the money up front to help our people get a good education, or we'll take care of them in jail or in the prison. So I'm full supporter in trying to educate people as best we can.
We actually have, was that a question a minute ago? Ask about their stance.
They're talking about Rochelle Ford Road.
Okay. Is this the one, the Dwayne Ramsey one?
Well, no, that was about infrastructure. The Cody Jones.
Okay.
About Cody Jones basically asked about the roads. I guess when Representative Cheryl touched on the roads, how he does road work.
Yeah.
Shell's Ford. What? Okay. What is that? They're talking about marijuana for potholes, or huh? Oh, is that what that is?
Oh, is that a bill that's going on?
Oh, share that with us. I didn't know what that was.
Elaborate on it.
Sorry, I have not heard that one.
We have a lady in Nashville. She's a state representative, and she is pushing hard that we legalize marijuana.
Oh,
so
pot.
Okay.
So let me show you this. Marijuana is not good. Now, people may disagree with me, but we don't need marijuana for your children or my children or anybody else's children to be out here smoking it to pay for a pothole.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, are they trying to legalize this for recreational or just medicinal purposes?
Well,
I don't know.
It'll be for both.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
once you let it.
We don't need it.
Which I'm against.
Yeah, we have tax dollars that'll take care of them potholes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got potholes, but we don't need marijuana to create another problem in our society.
Yeah. So we got to do one more question for Samantha.
Okay.
So, because I really wanted all this to touch base. How does your faith, because all of us on here, we are all Christian led here. Everybody's promoted that, Christian beliefs. How does your faith guide you to treat every single person in our community with dignity, love, and even
divisive topics?
Thank you. It has been a day for me. Go.
That's a good question. My faith teaches me that every person is created with inherent worth and deserves to be treated with dignity, respect, and compassion. And that belief is how I approach every question, especially when we disagree. I think that we live in a time where it's easy to see people as opponents rather than neighbors. And I don't believe that that's the answer. Everyone deserves to be heard and to be valued. And I want to lead by example. I want to represent people. I want to make sure that their voices are heard at the Capitol. And my faith leads me to love my neighbor and to serve with humility.
Okay. And with that, you can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's got to go back to work.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for having me. This was lovely.
Yes. So everybody
Thank
can.
you, Mr. Cheryl. Thank you, Dwayne. Always nice. I certainly will. Thank you, Reece.
Thank you.
And thank you, Kelly Walters.
Anytime.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody's got to say bye to Sam.
I'm
'cause
taking a water.
That's okay. Just watch the cord. Okay.
I love your outfit.
Anybody else want to tap on that, or you want me to go on the next one?
No, I'm good with faith.
Okay, go ahead.
It's been a core of mine all the way from generation to generation. And I thank God that my family took me to church and that it instilled in me a faith and belief to come to know Jesus as my personal Savior when I felt that tug and call. I come from an Orthodox, really conservative type of background in Christianity. And of course, everyone has sometime or another has to figure out whether it's going to be theirs or not. So at that point in my life, I chose to be a disciple of Christ. And I think that's one area that we really need to encourage with our local churches. Getting people saved is a true calling for a pastor's preaching everything, but the church's calling is make disciples, of everyone. So, and in doing that, teaching our children how to combat, this rhetoric and thing. Charlie Kirk, I wished I could be like him. And I begged God, I said, God, if I could be like Charlie Kirk, I could just go.
Just like an ounce of him.
Exactly. But you know what he told me? He said, well, do the work, do the studying, do the reading, and do the praying like he did. And so I've tried throughout years right there, but that's just not my calling. This legislation side of Christianity is my calling. So when I learned early on as a county commissioner years ago that I had the opportunity to go one of two different ways. You could either play the good old boy politics and pat your back, or you could just try to do what's right for the community. And doing right for the community, I had three simple questions. I said, one, what will my God think of my next vote? How will it affect my community? And what will how will it affect my children? So in answering all three of those right there, you get the core basics right, and so the rest of them take care of themselves.
Okay. Oh.
Well, first, I praise God that he saved an old boy like me back when I was about 10 years old.
Right. I think we all can say that about ourselves, right?
Hey, I'm just very thankful that I am, I know that it's very important that your family sees the need to take care of you and teach you about God. I know that. And I had a lot of good Sunday school teachers that taught us the need for God and Jesus in our life. And that's been a great blessing. And I'll give God the credit and the praise and the thanks. God is the one that's made it happen for me to be elected as state representative in 2016. I know where I come from up there in White County, but God made it happen. And he's made it happen more than once. So I want to give God the credit that I can today. And I just want folks to know what's out there listening. And I've tried my best to tell people, life starts at conception.
Okay.
Not 10 weeks after or whatever. Life starts at conception. And I know my competition is telling people that I'm for abortion. And I'm telling people that's listening today, I'm not for abortion.
Okay.
And I know they put billboards up in Warren County and White County telling people that I'm for abortion. I have records in Nashville where I have voted the best I can to protect abortion. Okay. I mean, to make sure that abortion is illegal. Okay. I'm not for abortion. And I just want folks to know that out there. It's very important. Okay. Abortion is illegal in Tennessee.
It is.
After Roe versus Wade, abortion become illegal. Okay. And Tennessee is a state that says abortion is illegal, even though what some of these people, my competition, is putting out there about me.
Okay.
Hey, I got to start right there.
Okay.
Since Mr. Sherrill opened the door right there.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
I've got to ask the question, House Bill 570, why wouldn't you recognize that bill right there and bring it to the floor when it comes through your subcommittee?
Can you explain, or because I don't know what House Bill 5, can we explain what House Bill 5, we're going a little off track, but I like how it's going. What is House Bill 570?
Me.
Whoever knows what it is, I don't.
Okay. So when bills are brought about, there has to be a Senate sponsor on the Senate side, and there have to be somebody on the House side to sponsor a bill together. It's got to come together. So House Bill 570 was in the House side, carried by Jody Barrett.
Okay.
The Senate side, Senate Bill 0738, was carried on the Senate side, which was Mark Pody. Okay. So the Senate bill got started in 25, and it didn't get nowhere. They even tried to bring it back up in 26, and it still didn't get nowhere.
What is
it never did get started.
What is the bill?
Obviously, that's something to do with abortion.
It's about abortion. Okay. So do we want to do something against the law that we have right now in place about abortion? We got to be very careful that we don't try to implement a new law in that could disturb or cause problems with the law that's on the book.
Yeah.
It could mess it up.
I'm just no poor old lumber salesman. Can you tell me what House Bill 570 said? What did it say?
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. Well, get to the short.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the short? Because I got, when you start throwing out numbers, I got lost.
I'm not worried
So
about Pody or Barron. I just want to know what Bill 570 says.
House Bill
If
570.
it passed.
It didn't pass.
I said if
Okay,
it did,
okay.
what would it implement?
It come to the committee which I
Yeah.
serve on, which is population health.
Okay.
It died because there wasn't no first or no second in the committee. So what would it do?
Okay.
Okay. So if a lady out here got pregnant, say by her boyfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
so now we're going to criminalize that lady if she has an abortion. Is it her fault that she got an abortion? Well, what about the man that got her pregnant? So should we criminalize her, take her life because she had abortion? Or should we take the man's life that actually got her pregnant? So what should we do? So House Bill didn't move because we don't need to criminalize people. Yes, abortion is bad, but we don't need to be taking that lady's life, or we don't need to be taking a penalty against her, putting her in prison. We don't need to do that.
So the bill essentially said, if House Bill 570 essentially said, if Kelly were to get pregnant by her boyfriend and she decides to get an abortion, that she would be a criminal.
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I interject right here?
Sure can.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Ever since the trigger bill went into effect in 2022, right there, the wording was there that life begins fertilization and life inside the womb deserves the same protection in the womb as outside the womb right there. That's been on the docket since 2022. But the punishment was only directed at the doctors. Okay. So we thought, hey, that's a good idea. Abortions will be stopped procedurally wise right there. But now this telehealth abortion across the state and across the entire country is undermining our pro-life stance. And so this bill was directed at that telehealth marketing right there, procedure right there. There was no mention of any type of punishment or whatsoever, except that it was just a double-sided protection now to take up the slack where these telehealth was coming in here. And even people are saying, nobody knows how many are being aborted. I talked to a young lady right there that said her roommate had 6 chemical abortions while they were in college. So to estimate 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 being done across the state of Tennessee, if you believe that life begins at fertilization, which I do, and that bill has been on the docket for 4 years right there, and you want to protect the unborn right there, you would have brought House Bill 570 to the floor, or you would have made the motion for it to come to the floor to be discussed and have wording added to it or taken away from it, and you did not, Paul. And you did not. You sat on your hands. You were first asked to carry this bill, and it got a little bit of friction, and you stepped off of it, jumped off of it.
Can I intervene in that one? Could that, with the being in the, and I hate to interrupt, but because we have so much, and I don't want to get stuck on one subject, but being in the county meetings every now and then, could there have been some word changes like in the law to maybe, give it some more time, but, Paul, to like, well, instead of being a criminalized, we could break it down, like an amendment.
Well, maybe.
Is that the word I'm trying to think of? I'm trying to think of the legal term.
If you brought
but
it
an amendment to it.
You could have had discussion.
Because some people did ask about that. Like, could there?
Are you gonna let me talk, or you gonna talk?
You, buddy, had I'll let
Yeah.
you have first.
This is to
Okay,
Paul.
well,
This is
you
to
let me
Paul.
talk.
Here, this is to
Okay.
Paul.
And you're
All right.
welcome to it. All I'm saying is,
Are you gonna let me talk, or you gonna talk?
You didn't bring it to the floor.
Are you gonna let me
Yeah.
talk, or you gonna talk?
But
Okay.
you don't even get
Pause.
Paul, go ahead. Paul, go
Let
ahead.
Paul.
Yeah.
Nope.
Enough out of this guy.
Now, calm. Everybody
Okay.
calm.
Now I'm telling you,
I know.
they have worked hard against me to say that I'm for abortion, and I am not for abortion.
Okay.
They have spent a lot of
know.
thousands of dollars.
Don't point that
We're
finger
just
at me.
talking.
Hey, you're the competition. You're the one.
I have not
Was
stood up to
you and
on
Dale
any
Walker
of
and some of these other
Yeah.
people?
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
take. I'm gonna. Do you want to take a break?
I don't need a break. He's the one that's getting mad.
No.
He's the one that's
No. No.
So
We're trying to have a conversation.
this is a
The answer is to Paul right now.
now.
Okay, pause. The answer is to Paul when I talk about amendments. Was there something that could have been done where we could have made some amendments to where it could have been passed or fixed? Is that what I'm trying to get at? Does that make sense what I'm asking? Could there have been something done?
Changing the language, just taking the word criminal.
Yeah, there you go.
Like maybe a first offense offender. I don't know.
Something.
They couldn't do it
I
in
don't know
the
how the law
Senate
works.
side.
Okay.
They couldn't do it in
So
the
it
Senate
has to
side.
be on both sides.
It has to
Is
be
what
on
we
both
got.
sides. So they couldn't do nothing on the Senate side, so it never did move. Okay.
Okay. And
you
so
can
if it
ask
did,
Mark Pody. He's the one who tried to carry it in the Senate side. Okay. Jody Barrett was trying to carry it in the House side.
Yeah.
Okay. They couldn't get nowhere with it because it was a dangerous thing to do this to these ladies. One thing is, and it could mess up the laws that's already on the books about abortion. Abortion is bad.
Do you think this is gonna? And then last question: do you think this is something that could come back up in the House and the Senate again eventually? If I don't want to say done right, but reworded and stuff. Is this something you're going to see coming back?
The man that wrote the bill out of North Carolina told me in my office, yes, it will be brought back next year.
Yeah.
So now what will it say next year?
So is this a nationwide bill or?
No, it's just Tennessee.
Okay.
Just Tennessee.
Okay. North Carolina, I didn't know.
So Right to Life has endorsed me because they know how I stand on abortion. Okay. And people know how I stand on abortion. They know how I stand.
Yeah.
But politics is an animal.
Yeah.
And I try to tell what's the truth. But I have people out here that's telling the untruth about me, or you could say they're telling a lie about me, ever how you want to say about it. But I know how I have voted. My records are in Nashville. God knows how I voted. And I'm trying my best to represent the people the best I can in the 43rd district. So I appreciate you very much.
Yeah. Make it short.
Yeah, I think we should
And
give
be
a
nice.
chance to respond.
Look,
Yeah.
Okay, you brought it up, Paul, so I answered to it. The people that have put the billboards out there, you earned every bit of it. Okay, they were the same group that organized it. They were the same people that brought it to you, and when you jumped off of it, it's the exact same people that bought and paid for those billboards. I had no input into it whatsoever. So don't point a finger at me and blame me. I have been above board and truthful and righteousness in everything that I have said. So now, if you've given reasonable service and voted for the right things in the past right there, my simple question is, why not this bill also? This bill right here was just a comprehensive good bill. And you said something about the Senate not doing anything with it in 2025. This was 2026. The House was the first people that I'm aware of was discussing this bill in 2026.
Okay.
So,
I've got one more question just to expound on. So, Dwayne, you're saying that you are not responsible for the billboards. It's a group. So did you endorse? Did they not come to you and say, "I'm going to," and Dwayne, do you endorse this billboard going against Representative Paul Sherrill?
when I met with them after it already hit the billboards, they called me up and said, "Hey, check this out right here." First thing I said to them was, first thing, Paul Sherrill probably think that's an endorsement for him because you can't read it from the background. And secondly, I probably wouldn't have worded it that way. So I had nothing to do with the wording of it. I had nothing to do with the endorsement of it. But will I stand here and say that he deserved it? He deserved it.
Because of that one bill that didn't get passed.
One bill.
Just that moment. So another hot topic, if we can talk about this, is the database centers. We've talked about that a lot. Database centers have become a major issue here in our area. Paul, do you support additional state regulations or local control over where data centers can locate and why?
According to what I've been told about the data centers, I know Warren County is definitely against the data center. And I mean, it's affected not only Warren, it's wide in other places that don't want it. I mean, look at Nashville. They don't want a data center besides the zoo. My understanding, they're not a good thing, but they are coming. Can we do something to block them from coming from Warren County into White County? I sure hope we can, because the folks don't want them. I've had different people that reached out to me in Warren County and White County. Please don't put that beside of where I live at. Or don't put this beside.
They don't want it in their backyard.
They don't want it. So, but is there a place for a data center? I don't know where it's at. I wouldn't want it by my zoo. I wouldn't want it by my house. So, I hope maybe there'll be some more laws that comes down to try to
zoning
protect.
or private acts like Terry Bell was saying.
Is there anything? Well, go ahead, Dwayne. Go ahead.
Well, my big thing is, why isn't the state out in front of this right here? Because at your state legislation, they should be able to understand and know what's coming interstate out and in, and be able to help your locals put some teeth behind these moratoriums right now. Why can't you put a state moratorium on it and say, look, technology is increasing daily right here. 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road right now, they may be a data center coming available that wouldn't be such a drain on our resources, such a drain and a danger to the people in the community right there. So to have reasonable, rational, calm discussion is the way you get things done. That's the way leadership's supposed to be.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, just recently, the White County did just now put a ban on AI data centers.
White or Warren?
White.
Okay.
It just went to the full court, I believe. I read about it, I think.
They are working on it just like Warren County.
Okay.
Just like
still,
Warren County.
It's
Terry
going
Bell,
through the
Terry
subcommittees to the full court.
County
Okay, that's what I
Executive
was
Terry
reading.
Bell and the county commission right now here in Warren County is trying to do all they can to try to stop it.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Same way in White County, they're trying to stop it.
Yeah.
So we got to try to support them in
that's
what they're doing to try to stop it the best we can.
City of Warren, City of McMinnville and Warren, my understanding, have already voted on an 18 month.
Well, city was 18 months,
Warren
and then
County,
Warren
the
was
county's at 12
months.
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
moratorium.
So I fully support that right there. I'm proud that they've taken that step, that initiative. So I'll
But-
definitely back them up on that.
Kind of like what Dwayne just touched on, though, is Nashville up there in Nashville? The senators, the bigger politicians, are they not trying to get it? Is there anything that you're seeing in Nashville right now that the state of Tennessee is trying to get in front of the data centers? To try
There is some laws, my understanding, that's in the work that some of the legislators are trying to do more to try to control the data center.
Okay.
So now what all will that be when it comes session of 2027? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. So this is another one that was sent to us. Many voters feel disconnected from Nashville. And, because these are new voters, brand new voters, the 18 and younger ones in that age range. How will you keep constituents informed and ensure their voices are heard before you cast important votes?
I have tried my best to tell people out in the district, my phone number is 615-741-1963. They can call the office. They will speak with my legislative assistant, Brian, and he does make a list of
Brian
people
is really
calling
good
in.
about.
He is. And we try to look at them when they call in. No, we're not all going to agree about everything, but we try to listen to the most of the people that call in from the district and say, hey, we want this, we don't want this. Just like some of our small pharmacy people here in Warren County, what we just did to try to make it better for them, we tried to listen to people that call and said, hey, we need to do this so these big companies don't overtake us with the sale of our product. And
follow up with that, and I'll let you answer too in a minute, Dwayne. Do you support, because everybody's using the word transparency, that's not. Do you support making more legislative meetings, committee discussions, and government records easier for the public to access?
They can access them exactly. You can look on a website.
Yeah. Is that the only way though right now?
Other than that way, or either calling the office, we can give you the information. We have the same information that you can have.
Yeah. I think that what they were referring to this one, because when I was talking to the young lady on this one, is, with the age of technology going with social media and things like that, kids are going to those quick things. Is the government eventually going to lead to, I don't know, a Facebook page, or I don't know how that would work, but legally, but
you
or
can't,
something else.
You cannot put everything out on Facebook. Some things you can believe on Facebook.
Yeah.
Some things you cannot believe on Facebook. So as Executive Terry Bell was talking about, people say, well, we need to get all this on Facebook. Well, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't get everything on Facebook. You got to try to understand that if people want to know more about laws that's coming about, they can go to Nashville, they can call the office, they can come to Nashville, they can sit in committees and listen to bills that's being brought before them. And then they can, if they hear the bill, they can go to your office and say, hey, I wish we wouldn't do this, or I like that, and you know, I'm for this. I mean, and if you have any questions, we try our best to reach back out to our constituents and do that. We don't get them all called back, because when I first went down to Nashville in 2016, I was on about 3 different committees. I'm on about 8 committees now. I mean, it just because why, I don't know, that they just keep adding committees to me. I'm a floor leader by my colleagues that I work with in Nashville. I've tried my best to raise my value to the people, and as I go to Nashville, and people has elected me since 2016. I've tried to do a good job, and I will continue to try to do just like coming today. No, I didn't have to come today.
No, you didn't.
But it's important for the people to hear what we're trying to stand for, and hopefully trying to stand for the right.
I agree.
Thank you for a chance to talk.
Yeah.
If elected, I'll get down there. I have the exact same resources he's got right now, as far as people contacting me.
Yeah.
But what you've seen me do over the last year is a little bit different. I've not only been step for step with him in a lot of these places, I've also been to the top, but I've also done a walking campaign tour to over now 260 something businesses in Warren County, close, just under 100 in White County right there. And I've listened to the business people. I have a business degree. I know that our small businesses are the core of our economy right here. And so I want to reach out. I'm not just expecting them to contact me. I'll give you my phone numbers. I'll give you my email address. I'll give you my website. All of that is already posted there where they can contact me.
Yeah.
And I don't try. As far as I know, I've answered everybody back. If I've missed one, please call me back again. So not only just listening from the top down, I'm going to listen from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And actively seek out their questions and try to find their answers for them. Not only will I do that, I don't know my opponent's had a town hall meeting in 10 years. Immediately, if I win August the 6th right there, I'm going to schedule 2 different town hall meetings, one for individuals and one for small business or any business that wants to come in, and start already putting together a plan to be ready to go come January the 1st.
Yeah.
So, with all the activities that I have and I'm involved with, all the activities that I have been as a sitting legislator at the local level right there, I still just walk in. I still just go in and present myself and listen to them. And every legislator in White County and every legislator in Warren County I've met and talked to them. And they know me by name. I know them by name. Nearly all of them have my card. And not only that, all the businesses, all the teachers. I've sat down and had 2-hour-long conversations with directors. And so to say that I try adds a whole different meaning to me. I go from the top down and from the bottom up. And if I have to, I'll go from left to right to get the people of Warren County what they want and take it to the state. And, just a reasonable service is just a reasonable vote. But Warren County and White County deserve better than that. They deserve somebody that is willing to hit the ground and fight to put Warren and White County first.
That kind of goes to my next question to Paul then on this. For anybody that's a new voter out there, and you had to again, you're going to sell yourself right here. You need to sell yourself. Tell them why they should vote for you once again, since you've been voted in since, like you said, 2016, right? Why you should continue to do the works that you're doing, and why and then once you get done, because this is the end, then you need to say
how much time do we have per person right here?
We'll give you 2 minutes. How about that?
Thank you.
And then we'll give them 2 minutes. Let's do that. And then for Dwayne, the same question will be to you, but your question will be more like why now? What made you decide to do this, and why they should vote for you? Okay, go, Paul. Your turn.
Thank you again for the opportunity to be here today. It is an honor and a privilege to try to get out and work for the people in the 43rd District, Warren and White County, try to represent you as I go to Nashville. Again, I say thank you for electing me for this position. And since 2016, I have tried my best to go to Nashville and represent you in a good way. I've tried to help in different projects in the district, White County, Warren County, whatever it is that you have a need to try to help. No, we don't get it all done, but we try to represent you in the best way we can. We try to bring money, just like we've worked hard to help our veterans. We are going to have the property has done been bought to have a veteran cemetery, which will be in White County. Okay, that'll cover 14 counties.
Wow.
127 acres. So once it is constructed and built, if you have a loved one, a veteran, will be able to be buried in that cemetery at no cost.
Yeah.
That's something. And like I said, it'll cover, I think it's a 150-mile radius. I believe it's right. So it'll help Warren County, White County, Cumberland County, Grundy County, DeKalb County. I mean, just around us to try to help our veterans. So we are trying our best to try to represent you the best way we can. And the best thing I can say to you as a new voter, my name is Paul Sherrill. I represent the 43rd District in Warren and White County. And I ask for your prayers, support, and vote, and just try to find out the truth of what they're telling out here in the 43rd District. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Kelly. Once again here, Dwayne Howard, running for the Tennessee House of Representatives, 43rd District. When you start talking about, hey, how's your lifestyle compared from 10 years ago today? Has it changed? Has it improved? Or has it just been the same? You know, when you talk about legislators as being down there, career politicians, year after year after year, they get into a rut, they get into a routine, they get used to talking to the same people, getting the same results done. So I come to you with different ideas, above the box, below the box, in the box, out of the box, whatsoever, any ways that I can to take and bring new ideas, bring new concepts. We talk about transparency. I've already told you how I'm going to be willing to have town hall meetings. We talk about creativity. When I was sitting as a county commissioner, we run up against a bad year right there where we needed a library, a jail, sport complex, convenience centers, and all of that in a 10-year period right there that was unprecedented in White County. But I was sitting there on chairman, a lot of them, we found a way to do it. And the only thing we wound up owing afterwards was just a little bit for the library. When you go down to the state down there, we've moved from 7 years ago, since my representative's been down there, from $32 billion to we're almost $58 billion that we're spending now at the state level down there. And our teachers are still, our school system is still being reduced this year compared to last year per student spending. So I want to retain our senior teachers. I want to retain our
30 seconds.
Our integrity with every type of teaching or every type of learning institution right there. And also I want to improve Warren and White County's lifestyle and businesses and just bring new ideas to the table right there. Listen to y'all. You all have good ideas, just listening to you. So that's my goal.
Okay.
Please vote for me.
So again, early voting is going on right now for the primary. This is the primary. So you have to vote for, again, the only thing I think going on right now that we have to vote for is the Republican primary. You can either vote for the incumbent, Mr. Paul Sherrill, or the opponent, Dwayne Howard. And then, of course, whoever wins the primary in this election after August the 6th, because that's the last day. Again, I have to explain this. This is not the only time you can vote, but I do highly suggest to always go and early vote between now and August the 1st. Check out your local election office hours. I know Monday they open up at 11 and they close at 8. I always remember that one. Don't ask me why. But that helps out with the people that work in the factory jobs. But on Monday, for the Warren County side of elections, the Centertown CIC is going to be opening its doors. And then Morrison Ruritan. And remember, you do not have to be a resident at any 3 of these locations to go and vote. You just have to have a good identification card or your voter's card to go in there and show them you are who you say you are, and you go vote. And I will have to say, y'all can agree with me on this. As of right now, we are up at that when we did in May, where that was the cutoff. That's how many people voted. We're at that 10% vote, and it's not even done yet. And I don't know about y'all, but that makes me excited. We got to have more people to vote, though. But it's only been 4 or 5 days, and
it's been a week. It opened up last Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
And we've hit where we were in May, and I'm like, we got to get more voters. Encourage people to go out and vote. And I do also want to say this: if you are not a registered voter and you want to vote in the November election, go on vote10.gov. Is that right?
I bet you're right.
Yeah. And register to vote. It won't work for this one that's coming up right now for August the 6th, but You will be pre-registered for November. And if you again, go back, look at all these interviews, go back and look up again, don't trust my word for it. Don't trust Reese's word for it. Don't trust any of our word for it. Go and look it up. Again, policies over popularity. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean they vote for you, is what I always say. I always say, look it up. You got a thought on it?
I just want to preface one thing before we end the show, Kelly, that you always said on, for anyone running for a local office, the representative, whatever, this is an open forum for anyone here. It's not geared for any specific any specific party, individual. It's open to anyone running, county commissioner, county dog catcher, whatever you running
what Junior
for,
called it,
whatever
the dog
you're running
catcher,
for. Call Kelly because I know she's very exhausted with these political forums, but she's done a great job with it. It gives a gret platform for the candidates running. But it's open to anyone. There's no prejudice against any party or any candidate. So reach out to her, reach out to me, reach out to Sydney, reach out to whomever, and she'd love to have you on the show Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whenever.
Well, actually, I will say this, a shameless plug tonight. I got some constables on after. Are y'all going to the prayer tonight?
Yes.
At 6, So tonight at 6 o'clock at the farmers market is the
Pray for Tennessee.
Pray for Tennessee. I always say it the other way. Pray for Tennessee. It starts at 6 o'clock. Come one, come all. And then after that, I'm going to sit down with 4 or 5 constables is currently my load right now. Okay. That's going to come and sit down, and we're going to have an interview at the farmers market.
Time's running out because we got next. I mean, it's literally next
week like 2 to weeks. Me is it?
14 days.
14 days.
A lot of people will come out and vote because this is a governor's race.
Yeah.
That's a hot topic.
That is a hot topic.
Yeah.
And again, I'm always telling you guys, whether it's the local elections or the primaries, do yourself justice and do the research yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Find out these answers. They're public knowledge.
Keep Tennessee.
Yeah, keep Tennessee.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
Vet check every flyer. Validate everything that's said on a flyer and do your own research. I trust the Tennessean. I trust Warren and White County when they're informed to make the right decision. So let's make a change.
Let's make a change. Guys, we are going to take a quick break from our sponsors, but when I get back, because I know Reese has got to go to work and everything, we're going to come back and do a quick community calendar thing. I'm going to get Sydney to come in with me because my throat's killing me. But guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thanks to Samantha for coming, and thanks for her boss for letting her go for a couple of minutes. Guys, remember, you can be a blessing or a curse, but remember, keep it first.
Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville and Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville.
Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skag's finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Some call it Pioneer Country. Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields. Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made. Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleets, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Welcome back, Ward First 931. I'm your host of the show. As we're wrapping it up, I have to go take a quick bathroom break. But I want to say thanks again to Samantha Petite. Also, here's Molly again. Samantha Petite. Here we go. Come here. Samantha Petite. Also Dwayne Howard and the incumbent first state representative for 43rd District, Mr. Paul Sherrill. And for that it was a great discussion.
I think so too.
And it got exciting there for a minute as well.
Did.
But again, there's a lot of topics that we will always talk about that may not be, the easiest to talk about. And that's okay. But as long as we can have a conversation and things like that. But with that said, I want to thank them again. I also want to thank Nina and also Tony for coming in, talking about the Warren County football and cheer as well. But again, now it is time to do our community calendar, which is being brought to you by Lisa Zavianis for DA and Sonic in McMinnville, the drive-in here. And I'm going to let Sydney take this away, and she can tell you how, after she gets done, if I'm not back in time, she's going to tell you how you can be a part of the community calendar and more. But I can be right back.
Hey guys, it's Sydney here. So we have a lot that's going on this weekend and today. So today is July 24th, if you didn't already know. And tonight is on the Security Federal Lawn is the Main Street Live with Raw Raddick at 7 p.m. The Tennessee Day of Prayer will be happening at the Warren County Farmers Market at 6 o'clock. Don't chew on my necklace. Puppies, right? The Collective Heart and Beautiful Souls Wellness Walk. It started at 10, but you can still go out there all day long and still walk around. There's signs that tell you how many laps you can make to a mile. I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, the Buckeye Home Medical Equipment is having a summer bash and customer appreciation at 11 to 2. So it's about to start in about 15 minutes. I heard there was some goodies that they're going to have for all that join them. The EC Cattle Association Summer Gathering is going to be held tonight at the Warren County Admin Building in the Magnolia Room. If you did not RSVP last Friday, unfortunately, you won't be able to attend, maybe, but I would call you the Cattle Association to see if you missed that deadline. Let's see what else is going on. The Tree City Football Warren County High School Football Golf Tournament at the Country Club is going on today. So you could do $100 per player or $400 per team. I think it is a 4-man team. Lunch provided by Helen's on the Green. Shotgun starts at, it's already started at 9 a.m. So hopefully everybody's staying cool and hydrated. It is going to be a hot day today. Today, let's see what else is going on. Tonight, the 2026 Kettner Mill Rodeo. If y'all into rodeos now, this one's happening at 2350 Kettner's Mill Road in Whitwell, Tennessee. Gates open at 5 p.m. Rodeo starts at 7 p.m. Now, this is on the line where, the hour changes, either ahead or behind. So this is Central Time, not Eastern Time. July 25th, which is tomorrow, the Snowball Mountain Challenge Vacation Bible School at the McMinnville First United Methodist Church uptown beside the library will be going on between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Lemon is having a mega closet sale. I have friends that go to this every year, and they tell me that is the best sale they have ever been to. They will stand in line wrapped around the building to do that. To me, it's too hot, but I heard there is some great deals, girls. The Pokemon Casual Gaming at 2 p.m. is going on every Saturday. I have been there with my family, my kids, especially my daughter who is into Pokemon. It is a great place to be for children, adults alike. Everybody's respectful. You learn to communicate. If you go back, and I did a live a couple of weeks ago with Gar and Sam, who were Gardner is the owner, and Sam is a worker for him. And it's just so cool. And they're expanding their inventory into all things gaming, anime. See, there's so much. I can't name it all off. Let's see what else. The New Men's Ministry meeting at McDonald's is at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That you do not have to be affiliated with any church, or you could be a part of a church, or you could just say, "Hey, I need to get the feel of God this morning. I need to talk to somebody." This is the place to go with men and young men, older gentlemen, whatever. It's at McDonald's at 8 a.m. Let's see. Scooters is having their 1-year anniversary. There's going to be fun and giveaways going on all day tomorrow at Scooters. Now, this is going on in Rock Island. I thought it was pretty cool. The Eagles Club 490 fundraiser, and it's going to be held at 567 County Hills Road in Rock Island. It's $10 a plate. Food starts being served at 5:30, and live music starts at 8 p.m. Then also the Upper Cumberland Family History and Genealogical Festival held in Greenville, Tennessee. It's held 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., so almost all day. The 5th annual Murfreesboro Hot Chicken Festival at the Murfreesboro Court Square from 4 to 9 tomorrow. So if you like some Nashville hot chicken or just hot things in general, there's your place to go. It's in Murfreesboro Courthouse Square between 4 and 9. Let's see what else. The 67th annual Monteagle Mountain Market held at the Hannah Pickett Park from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I am not sure if I've been to that one before, but I think I have when I was a child. Hello, welcome back. And this is the 67th annual, so that's pretty.
Where are we on? What day?
We are on tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
okay.
And then also the Cars and Coffee at Mel's Old Time Cafe in Spencer is being held between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. tomorrow. Now, the 26th. Now, the Living Word Fellowship is having a bowling party at Pioneer Lanes.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Solar Rays and Straight A's. This Solar Rays is out in Smart Station, and they're having a Straight A's at, wait, I take that back. Summer Rays, not Solar Rays.
It's so good.
Oh, man, it's been a day already.
Yeah.
Summer Rays and Straight A's at Little Stitch Boutique. That's uptown.
Oh, totally different on that. Yeah.
I should have put that in yellow.
Yeah.
But that's held at 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. The 51st Swiss celebration is happening at 328 Swiss Cemetery Road in Grootley Lager, Tennessee. They're going to have music, food, farmhouse tours, flea market, and more from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Ages 12 and above is $10 a person. Okay. And then they're having a Faith Jam. This is happening in Sparta. Faith Jam is 2026 featuring Big Smo and others. It's happening at the White County Fairgrounds. $20 a person, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, guys. And again, there's so many things on this community calendar. If you want to be a part of it, if you got an event going on, you can either text us, call us, email us. You can message us also on Facebook as well. You can even, if you just want to see it, a viewer, you can be able to view it. You can also be able to edit it, add your own events. We're asking for anybody that is the liaison of your organization. You can be a part of our community calendar and just add as we go. But again, we want to thank each and every one of you that tuned in and showed up in today's show. We do hope you're enjoying our conversations with the candidates. It has been a wild ride. You know, if you missed last night, I did one with Blaine Wiltshire and so forth. So again, so many opportunities. Reece, do you want to say something?
Yeah, speaking of that, I want to apologize, and I know Kelly does. That argument between two candidates was not planned,
it happens. I was saying that abortion is not it is a very touchy subject.
I appreciate Paul's passion about his stance, and he has every right to defend,
and vice versa.
He has every right to defend himself, but it does get testy, and I appreciate Kelly being a good moderator and knowing when to shut it down.
Yeah.
And like I said in the comments, I think preventative education is the main place to go. I'm against abortion as myself, but it all starts with preventative measures.
Yeah, true that.
So,
but again, hope you guys enjoyed today's show. We are going to say this is it for our Reese's FYI Friday.
I loved it.
Oh, he loved this.
I'm gonna bring my
This whole week
whistle.
up.
I'm gonna bring my whistle next time.
Oh, I know.
Or maybe some boxing gloves.
So, yeah, bring your boxing gloves.
With the sock and boppers, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, we're going to settle this dispute.
We can bring some pointed when you hit each other pointed.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, golly.
That'll be an outside event.
Well, guys, it's been a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, watch the weather, act accordingly, dress accordingly. And remember, Warren County, you can either be a blessing or a curse. Oh, before I forget, Reece, close us out in a prayer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Father God, thank you for this time. Thank you for the week. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the rain. Any prayer requests that may have been mentioned, anything that's not been mentioned, we all have requests. We all have needs. We all have requests that we need to bring before you, Father God. Allow us all just to give it to you daily. Keep us safe. Continue to keep your hand over the election with the candidates. Just thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for allowing us to be in this wonderful county, this wonderful state, this wonderful country. We can be with the country, be with our country right now, and just be with everyone that may be hurting, sick, the political people that are in power, for position, be with them, Father God. We love you. We thank you. And just let us go out the rest of this weekend, just, honoring you, serving you, and just, being a blessing for you. Amen.
Amen. Guys, like I said, you can either be a blessing or a curse, but we here at Warren First, we like to be a blessing. And remember, everybody, keep it first. Bye.